My name's Renee. I'm from a little town in Connecticut called Chaplin. We're right on the Massachusetts Rhode Island border. The town I live in has approximately 2,000 people, not including our goats, horses, and cows. Please don't include those. I started this in 2013. What I was doing, I had Tuesdays off, and when my daughter went to kindergarten, they actually cared that she went there, and I wasn't seeing her. So I had to figure out what to do because I didn't have a child at the age of 39 not to be a mama. So what I decided to do is open a cleaning service and do residential specifically because it was Monday through Friday. Nobody wanted you in their house before 8:30 in the morning because no mom wants to hear, how come your shoes aren't on? You're gonna miss the bus. All the things that moms yell at 8 o'clock in the morning to get everybody out of the house. And it would be okay if I stopped at 4 o'clock in the afternoon before everybody came home so I could be a mom. And that was like my whole point of this. So I was a solo cleaner for many, many years because I was a burnt out manager. And I said I never wanted to have a team again. So for many years, I just did it by myself. I don't remember what year it was, but Logan wasn't really charging yet. And he told me, it was in the summer, that if I did not hire a VA, because we were at the point where the restraint was I wasn't getting to Indeed and all the things fast enough to hire. So if I didn't hire a VA, he was going to fire me. I said, I don't know how. And he said, you just watched Jessica do it. Jessica had been on a call and just hired a VA. So there goes my excuse. And so I hired Magical Monica, who is still with me to this day, thank goodness. How did I hear about them? Tamara with Jess and Samir. So everybody, one of us, we should always be grateful to the connections that we've made to get here. The things that are holding me back was myself, which I didn't know at the time. At the time, I thought it was I couldn't get to Indeed and I couldn't hire enough and I couldn't do enough sales and my market was too small for Facebook. Believe you me, I had every excuse. Okay, got them all down with exclamation marks underlined. But in the end, it was actually me, all my fault. Which is good because I can change me and I can fix me. I was a control freak and I was terrified other people were going to make mistakes. And the customers were going to get mad if we didn't schedule them properly and if we didn't do the interviews properly and have everything perfect. And I mean perfect. The whole thing was going to crash like a house of cards. Not true, bald-faced lie. To myself.
What made you commit to coaching?
You guys were growing a residential cleaning company. You had built one and you were continuing to work on it, especially in the beginning because that was before this. So you were actively involved as opposed to other coaches and gurus who had in the past, but were not facing the new algorithms, the new whatevers. So when we, still being in our businesses, got frustrated, Katie and Logan understood those frustrations because they were there, rather than other coaches and gurus who were not in the business. They sold them completely and didn't even own them anymore. I couldn't remember when we started, so I just put up some numbers. 2022, we did 16,000. 2023, 19,000. 2024, 33,000. And then 2025, 43, but I realized that's the wrong number. We're at 46. So what skills did I learn? To focus on the things that are important and not the things that aren't, that won't make us money, like changing the background of these things. Right?
That's good.
Before we started with Logan and Katie, we would spend time on stuff that didn't make us money. One of the things that we learned that is like ingrained in us is what's going to make you money. Everybody has things that you have to pay attention to that make us money. And making things look pretty like this does not, but I just was on the airplane. I thought it was super funny, so I did it. Having a sense of humor in this business is really important because there'd be lots of times that we want to cry in the corner.
What are some unexpected skills?
I've become a better communicator and I've become so much more trusting and letting people in to know what I really think, not what you should let people see. And sometimes that means that your heart is going to get hurt a lot more. But the benefit is getting to have friends like you guys and that you're real people. So I need to get to $83,000 run rate. I need 14 cleaners. So I have to onboard 2 a week to get there, because when I have enough cleaners, my focus can be on interviewing, hiring, my Facebook ads, and sales. And when I can do that, I can sell 3,000 to 3,500 by myself with nobody else in the office, and we can get there. If there's something you don't want to do, that's the thing that you should do first. Like that personal financial thing, when I first tried to do it, I thought I was gonna puke. And I told Logan, and he said, good. It's always the stuff that you don't wanna do because it's hard. That's the stuff that you always want to do. And the more terrified it makes you, the more you should do it. And that's it.
Renee does have unique challenges being in a small market, and she's a really good person for me to have for context when people think they have small markets, and Renee has the smallest market. Yeah. And she's able to run Facebook ads. She's able to recruit cleaners just as well as anybody else is. She's got to do a little bit more work, especially on the Facebook ads. But there's enough inputs that she can do in order to get the output required, and I think that's the most important thing. It's just an expectation of that there's different ceilings and floors in every market for charging per hour, cost per lead, what would it cost you to hire an employee, but there is something in there for you. You just have to figure out what it is, and then you just gotta know that's your input. So you might be able to get $5 leads in your market in Beaver, Pennsylvania, and you know that if you can get $40 leads consistently, then like that's what your market can handle. So like you reset the data based on the expectations of the market itself. And like, it can be done, that's all. And so you've been in the business for 12 years. And again, if you guys actually look at that from like over the course of 12 years, like the first 10 years, it took you 10 years to get to 20 grand. And then in the last year, you doubled it. So like, it's crazy to look at it from that point of view and just understanding like things can change quickly, right? When you change quickly. And the faster you get, the faster the business grows.